Hello all, and welcome back to my channel. I want this video to be like a little night routine video, but not so much a night routine, but more like things in my night routine that I feel are very important to me being able to get to sleep. I have ADHD. I was very late diagnosed with ADHD. One of my biggest things that keeps me focused is routine. I'm very, very strict with my routines, and I don't like diverting from routine. Having little like nightly rituals for me has been such a big help in keeping myself productive and keeping myself on track. I think that having a night routine is so important and can really set the tone for your night and even set the tone for like the next morning. I wake up feeling refreshed and rejuvenated when I had a really good night routine the night before. But before I talk about that, I'll tell you a little bit about my week. I got my hair dyed. My natural hair is black. I had it blue for quite a long time, and it really did stay blue. I did it myself, and I used Splat, which like lasts forever. But I decided it was time to go back to my natural hair color. Earlier today, I saw the Stranger Things play, which was literally the best play I've ever seen. It was my first Broadway play. I've seen plenty of musicals on Broadway, but I've never seen a play on Broadway. It was phenomenal. The cast was insane. I highly recommend it if you like Stranger Things. Honestly, if you don't like Stranger Things, you could probably follow a lot of the plot anyway. Plus, as a former theater geek in high school, the set was crazy. Like, I've never seen better special effects in a show anywhere in my life. It was so good. It felt like I was watching a movie. Anyway, it's actually like 1 a.m. right now. I do want to note that usually I start doing all this stuff at like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at the latest. So this is not my usual bedtime routine, but even on days where I'm up super late, I still like to have the routine in because I feel like although it's later in the night and, you know, I do need to get to bed, I find that I just sleep so much better when I do these things, even if I'm going to bed a little later because I'm taking the time to do these things. First step is I always wear my blue light glasses when I'm around any sort of screen. So when I'm filming on right now, I'm wearing my blue light glasses. In other times that I film during night, I might not wear these because I do kind of hate how my light reflects in them, but I do think they're really cute. First, I do need to go fill my water bottle up because it's empty right now. I love having a giant water bottle at my nightstand because I always chug water right before bed and right when I wake up in the morning. So having this full just reminds me to drink water. This is the 40-ounce Stanley cup, so it holds a lot of water. I'm gonna get my pajamas on and I'll be right back. Okay, so I put on this little silk pajama set. I love silk pajamas. This is the only pair of silk pajamas that I have, but I love wearing this. It just feels so nice to sleep in. And I really hate the feeling of being like warm and sweaty at night, but these are just so cooling and like nice against my skin. I just love it. But now I'm gonna take off my makeup. Before I do that, I'm actually gonna take my jewelry off. I wore these cute little earrings today. The only earrings that I really take out are my main lobe piercing. The other ones I just leave in, and then I take off all my bracelets. I also want to point out that normally I'd clean my room a little bit before bed, but while my room does really need to be cleaned, I'm not going to do that tonight since it's so late already and I just want to get to bed as soon as possible. I am going to tidy up my desk a little bit because I have some like makeup and stuff out. Now I'm going to clip my hair back. I love these little creaseless clips. I use these all the time. These are little cherry pattern ones from, I don't know this brand. It's like a Target brand. Maybe it's not a Target brand, called Kitsch. I just see it at Target all the time. But I clip my hair back with those. I usually put 4, like I'll put 2 on each side. However, one of them broke, so I need to super glue the little plastic part back to the clip. I'm also gonna clip my hair back with a little claw clip. Okay, I'm gonna go wash my face. I'm not gonna take my camera into the bathroom, however, because my bathroom has really terrible lighting. But all I do in the bathroom is just wash my face. I use the Neutrogena Foaming Hyaluronic Acid Cleanser on my face. Okay, I just finished washing my face. I am a little bit insecure about my bare face. Now I do my skincare. My skincare routine is nothing crazy. I keep all of it in this little bag since I'm usually switching houses when I'm home. But I do first like to use toner. This is the toner I have been using. I also really love the Bioma toner, but this is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow PHA and BHA Pore Tightening Toner. I love this bottle. I think it's so adorable. And this is just such a hydrating product. I have kind of mixed skin, but my skin is mostly dry, especially in the wintertime. I get really, really dry in this area as well as on my chin. I'm gonna wait for that first layer to dry and then I like to do a second layer. I also do use a retinol, or a retinol because it's with an A and not an O. This is the one by The Ordinary. I am not going to use this today because I only use this on Mondays and Thursdays since it's not something you use very often. Next, I use 2 serums. I'm not going to be using these anymore since they have plastic packaging, but this is the Burt's Bees Hyaluronic Acid Serum. I'm really trying to reduce my plastic use, both for environmental reasons and health reasons, since I'm kind of like a microplastics freak. But I think it is a good thing to avoid, especially in this day and age when like regulations on food and skincare and that is not really taken seriously. I'm also going to be using the vitamin C serum. I use both of these products for hydration as well as helping with some of my rosacea inflammation on my cheeks. Next, I'm going to be using this eye serum. I haven't really found an eye cream that's like my holy grail or anything like that, or a product that I really, really love. Why is that not coming out? Hello? Hello? Am I out? God damn. I'm out. Alright, well, I got this little tiny amount. I wonder if I can twist. Oh, I can open it. What the hell? There's so much product in here. I'm just gonna do this. That's why I hate all these products with this little pump, because it's... She was just a little delayed. She was a little delayed, you know? We can't all finish fast. Oh, God. Okay. The moisturizer I use is this one. I do not know how to pronounce this brand name, but it is the best moisturizer ever. This is actually a new bottle, but I do have an old bottle. I just wanted to show you the brand. This is the bigger bottle of it, but I'm going to be using my older bottle. As you can see, it's nearly done. I have used the hell out of this product. I like to use a lot of it all over my face and neck. I just realized that I did miss one product. Not a product that I use every day, but just when my skin's feeling kind of dry in the wintertime. I love this Noto Deep Serum. It's like kind of like an oil serum. I am going to put it on over my moisturizer. Sometimes I do that because I feel like putting an oil over the moisturizer really like locks in the skincare. But I only really put this on the drier parts of my skin. Next part of my night routine is my gua sha. Maybe people think this is unnecessary, but I think it makes me look snatched. So I use it all the time. It's such a good massage too. Like it really just helps relax your facial muscles. I use it 10 times on my jaw and then I flip it and I use this side 10 times kind of like below my cheekbone, and then I use this side under my eyes like so, and then I use it on my forehead as well. I finished doing my facial massage, so I took off my little hair clips. I'm gonna go fill my water because I forgot to do it before when I said I was gonna do it. I'm back. Low-key, I was scared that like Vecna was gonna get me that whole time that I was downstairs because it was so dark and Stranger Things traumatized me. Now that I've got my water, I'm gonna take my vitamins. The only vitamin that I take at night is my magnesium. I also sometimes take an omega-3, but I'm out of those right now. I love taking magnesium at night. I think it's such an important vitamin to take if you're female, if you have a menstrual cycle. It really, really helps with cramps, and it really helps with sleeping too. If you have trouble sleeping, this helps me relax so well. I take 2 because that's the serving size, even though these are like the size of freaking horse pills. They're so huge. Down that. Oh my god. I didn't realize how dehydrated I was until I started drinking water, and I just chugged so much water. I'm also gonna take my D-mannose supplements. I didn't start taking these until recently. I guess I kind of lied about only taking one supplement at night, but I don't take this all the time. I'm very, very prone to UTIs, but D-mannose has genuinely been such a lifesaver for me. Now, I enjoy my little drink. This is not alcohol. I don't drink alcohol. So this is tart cherry juice. I started drinking this not that long ago. Tart cherry juice is one of my favorites. However, it's also a really good source of magnesium, and it also can help to boost your melatonin levels, so it helps you sleep. And I love drinking this before bed. Since I'm not an alcohol person, this is kind of like my pseudo wine drink. I always feel like I'm a little mom having my glass of wine before bed, but really it's just this little tart cherry drink. I also normally would be eating a little dessert or a little snack before bed, but again, this is kind of a late night for me, so I'm kind of rushing through things. I do oil my hair before bed. I did just get it dyed, so this is a little painful for me to do because it means I'm gonna have to wash it in the next few days. But I take a very, very small amount of my rosemary oil and I just massage it into my scalp. I flip my head over like this and I just rub it really hard into my scalp. Now I'm gonna do the back of my head because that was really only the front. I just go like this and massage it in. I have one of those like hair massage tools that I use when I wash my hair to help like massage my scalp and just really get in there and get all the oil out. And sometimes if I'm doing this like right after the shower, I'll use that to help massage it in. Anyway, let's go to the bed. Let's take it to the bed. I'm sorry. Now, I don't use this every night, but I will be using it tonight. I'm going to take a 3 milligram melatonin. I take a very low dosage of melatonin when I do take it because I don't want to be reliant on it. So I'm not going to do this right now because I haven't finished my cherry juice yet. I want to finish drinking that so I don't get this all over the cup, but I love the Laneige lip mask. I use this every night. It gives me the softest lips in the morning. I also wear mouth tape while I sleep. I thought this was stupid for the longest time, and I was like, everyone who wears those looks dumb and I'm not gonna buy them, but then I bought a 120 pack. I fucking live by these. I live by these. I have a deviated septum, so I do tend to mouth breathe while I sleep. However, on nights where I am able to breathe through my nose, I immediately put one of these on. That way I breathe through my nose consistently the whole night and my mouth doesn't like drop open. It also really seals in the lip mask. Sometimes I feel like the lip mask will like be smeared on my face when I don't sleep with one of these on, but this acts like a little protective layer. That's kind of the end of the video, honestly. I'm gonna finish my cherry juice and I'm gonna watch an episode of a show. I'm probably gonna watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia because me and my boyfriend have been watching that together. And then I'm just gonna head off to bed. Even though I'm staying up late, having a consistent night routine is so important to me. Having a routine really lets your body know it's time to go to bed. You know, if you're doing the same thing every night before bed, your body will automatically cue into, okay, now it's time for me to sleep, and you will get tired. And to me, the night is such a valuable time for me. It's really time where I get to recuperate myself and, you know, be alone and give myself a little self-care. I also really like to reflect on my day right before bed. I'm not religious or anything, but I do think it's really, really important before bed for everyone to kind of just remind themselves of what they're grateful for. I always like to remind myself about 3 to 5 things that I'm grateful for, whether it's in my life or whether it was things that happened that day. So today I'm really grateful for the fact that I got to have a really lovely lunch with my mom and that I got to spend time with her, because obviously when I'm at college, it's rare that we get to see each other in person. I'm really, really happy that I saw the Stranger Things play. Another thing that I like to do before bed is I love to manifest before bed. I think there's so many ways to manifest, and the way that works for you is really just what works for you. I'm a big fan of scripting when I'm manifesting, not necessarily by writing it down, but just thinking out scenarios in my head, or just speaking them out loud into the universe, like affirmations. Thank you for joining me in this little night routine video. Comment down below any video ideas you have or any rituals that you guys like to implement in your day-to-day or into your night routine. I'd love to hear it, and I love adding on to my night routine as well, so let me know. Remember, I'm not perfect, you're not perfect, and we're all just trying our best. Love ya.